Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to another great find video. I do want to point out that these videos are not just to show off, the things that I've gotten myself. It's to kind of give you an idea of maybe a price range or maybe deals that you can find, out there on your own. Or also just to voice my opinion on the particular product. So I do give some tips and some ideas. So please watch the video. Alrighty, so before I show off the stuff that I got, I wanted to explain that this package, I had it when it originally came out. It's for Skylanders Imaginators on the PS4. This version has two exclusive characters, which are Crash Bandicoot and Cortez, the villain from the Crash Bandicoot series. I got it thinking that it was going to be extremely rare, and I never had the chance to open the box. And so I just had it, and one day I was at We Are Toys. You can figure out what I mean by that. And they actually had it on clearance because it's missing the game. So when it originally came out, I paid about $80 for it. And because it's missing the game, and the game you can just find it for like $10 on eBay, this was the price that I got it for. $9.90. So from $80, $9.90. It has the 4 figures. Okay. Golden Queen, Master Kingpin, Crash Bandicoot, of course, and Cortez. And it's written like in marker. It says something like missing game and poster. So for another $10, okay, so $20, and I got the whole thing. So what I did is I returned the one that I had, and I didn't have the receipt. So We Are Toys gave me store credit for it. And I used it to help me get some of this stuff that I'm about to show you. It's a lot of stuff. Okay, and I got an excellent deal. Alrighty, so here we go. Alrighty, so as you can tell already, it's a lot of the Toys to Life stuff. Now I have to admit, I don't like a lot of the Disney Infinity stuff. I don't like what Disney did with copying Skylanders, and I was pretty thrilled when the whole idea went under. But then I ended up paying for it because I'm not sure if you're aware. Here's a little fact, but if you've been collecting Skylanders or the Disney Infinity used stuff from GameStop, you'll notice that they're not carrying that stuff no more. And it actually has to do with Disney canceling the Disney Infinity line. If you really think about it, they lost 33% of the trade-in market with that. And so it just brought down the whole Toys to Life, used Toys to Life with GameStop. So no more Amiibos either from Nintendo. Another fact about the used toys, the used Toys to Life from GameStop, another reason that they're not carrying it is because of Imaginators. Since you have the imagination crystals right here, where you can make your own Skylander. Basically, the way they see it is, why is anybody going to buy, this guy right here, when you can just make your own? So I don't know. I don't think it was a good move because I was buying a lot of them, but GameStop decided not to sell them any longer. And like last week, they had them for like $5 like that's how cheap they got. But they had a very extremely limited selection. So anyways, so this is what I ended up getting within the last 3 days. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, so I everything here, basically the best way to explain it was We Are Toys has this offer, like I want to say like around every 6 weeks average, where their figures, their video game figures, I want to make sure I say it right because it sounds hard to believe even when I say it. They're buy one, get 4 free. You buy one, you pay for one, and you get 4 of them free. So basically, another way to see it is that you get 5 for the price of 1. That's another way that you can say it. So, for example, I got Venom here. Okay, I like this figure a lot. I like him very much. He's I want to say he's my favorite from the whole Disney thing that they try to do. So I got Venom, Ronin, Iron Fist, Captain America, and Ultron back there. Ultron is actually opened, and I wanted to get 5 and 5, and that was the only way to complete, having 5 Marvels and 5 Star Wars. With the Star Wars, I didn't want to get anything. Well, obviously, I got something Disney, but I didn't want to get anything from Star Wars from when Disney took over. So no, I didn't get anything Rebels or anything Force Awakens. I don't want to give my money to Disney, but I mean it's on clearance, so might as well. So I got the main man himself, Darth Vader, and then the Boba Fett, which was an exclusive for PS4 for a bit, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, and Chewbacca. Obi-Wan is my favorite character in the prequels, and of course Han Solo is my favorite character in the old trilogy. I didn't get Han Solo just because Chewbacca seemed like he's more rare. Han Solo looks like I can still get him. Alrighty, so that was basically it. With the Skylanders stuff, I'm just gonna skim right through it. You can just kind of get an idea. I got a little bit of everything, from even from Giants. So that's the second game. I want to say that came out in 2012. So I got some pieces that I didn't have from that. Swap Force, Trap Team, Superchargers. The only thing that was not included was the newest game, Imaginators. There was no offer on that. But either way, I got some pretty good deals. The Infinity were a little bit more. They were $14.99, so $15. And you pay for one, you get the 4 free. The Skylanders, for the most part, they're all $9.99. And so that's just kind of basically it. Same thing, paid for this guy, and imagine that I got the rest of the row free. Same thing all the way down. Let me go ahead and just look at some pieces here. Oh, okay, this one. Oh, it opened. This one I'm excited about because with Superchargers, if you're not familiar with this game series, I want to say, what is Superchargers? The 5th one, 4th one, second to the last one. Anyways, the Skylanders get inside vehicles in the game, and there's vehicle levels, but you have the Skylander and you have the accompanying vehicle that goes with them. And if you have them together the way they should be, the Skylander will supercharge the vehicle. Any other character can ride anybody's vehicle, but to supercharge it, you have to have the appropriate driver for it. That's just the best way to say it. And in the whole thing, this was like the most solid combination that I can get with Superchargers. There's another one that I'll show off right now, but the vehicle's kind of a variant, so I'm not too thrilled about that. I haven't even had a chance to get to Trap Team. I'm still on the 3rd game, which is Swap Force. I don't know, man. I'm just taking my time. So a lot of my stuff is just closed, and I'm just waiting to get to the other games. But I like the figures from Trap Team, or at least the big ones. Let's see. Alrighty, so not too much in this row, just a lot of Giants. I'll talk about these a little bit. These are pretty cool. These two, I already have them. These characters are swappable, which you can swap the top part with the bottom. And it basically creates a whole new character. So it doesn't matter if you already have these characters. What I'm thinking is about maybe like combining them, a certain way, and then maybe like paint modding them or something like that. That's what I might do. One time at the swap meet, I saw some used ones, and I was going to buy them. And when I was going to buy them, I noticed that the child that owned them, they didn't match right. They didn't go according to the way they should have, and I regret not getting them because those are unique characters. But yeah, just real quick, look, I'm gonna point this up there. Got a lot more stuff, and there's a lot of stuff behind that CRTV. In case you don't know, you should have one of those TVs if you play the old-fashioned light gun games like Duck Hunt, all that stuff on PS1. Alrighty, so not much to say about these rows right here. The Spyro one. I'd been looking for. I needed him because it's the only sculpt of Spyro that I do not have. So now with this I have every basically sculpt version of him. Alright, let's see. So there's not much to say about the remaining stuff. I will elaborate on the last two rows. This one right here, Enigma from Trap Team. Like I said, I've not had a chance to play Trap Team, but just on the sculpt itself, this has to be my favorite figure. He looks like a wizard, magician, and just very mysterious. I mean, the whole name says it all, but you can't see his face at all. There's no sculpting in there anyways. But I like the way that he's translucent, like he's phasing out or phasing in. His legs are just completely clear, and just little by little he starts gaining color out to the top. And then he has this orb right here. So this has to be my favorite figure in the whole thing. He's not the rarest, of course, but just sculpt alone. Just alrighty. So this is one of the ones that I was saying that it's a combination, but the vehicle is a variant. Okay, so the figure is Splat, and she has a splatter splasher, but as you can see, she's pink and the vehicle's blue. Excuse me. Okay, so this one is like a special, like Autism Speaks. You can barely see it. Autism Speaks lighted up blue. So this is like a autism awareness version of her vehicle. So I'm not sure if she'll still supercharge it, because she is a specific character that goes with this vehicle, but I'm not sure if it'll vary because she's not. They do have like a blue version of her, to coincide with this one, and there's one of these to coincide with this version. I hope that made sense. And there's another character, Trigger Happy, that they did the same thing with, where they made like a blue version of his vehicle. Where the original one will basically kind of look the same, but instead of where it's blue, it's I believe it's more like orange or red. Alrighty, so okay, so this next part I'm gonna elaborate a little bit more. Let's see. Oh, and on these last ones, okay, so this one right here, that one was $35.99, so it's the one that cost me the most. Obviously, it comes with more pieces. You get your Skylander and the vehicle together, and that trophy in the middle adds another level to the game. Alright, so that's why this one is priced so high. So there's another just like it for a different character. So obviously that one was free with this one, and the three back there, they don't come with a trophy. It's the character with the vehicle that they're supposed to combine with. And so those are $25.99. So for buying this one, I got all those back there free. So those were obviously the most expensive ones. In the whole thing, I had it all calculated. I believe it originally would have cost everything in total, if I'm not mistaken, would have been $650. I ended up paying $136. And a little bit less than half of that, what I paid was what I had in store credit anyways. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and just move this a little bit. I'm gonna elaborate on something weird that they did with some of these, because they're variants. Let me show you this one real quick. Okay, so this is Pop Fizz, Big Bubble Pop Fizz, and he comes with this vehicle. Alrighty, and then this is like you see how he's kind of like blue and orange, and then this is like a variant that they made of him, which I managed to get, where it's like a happy birthday one. So I don't know. I don't see why they would just pick one and make a happy birthday one, or what's to stop you from giving this regular one for someone's birthday? I don't know. That's just a weird one. But they did some other weird stuff with these supercharger variant ones. Let's see. This guy. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab those. Sorry, I'm getting there. Okay. So, I have this fellow right here, Dive Clops, and as you can tell, he's blue and a lighter blue, and this is his vehicle. Okay, see how they match? Okay, so they made a Christmas version of Dive Clops. Alrighty, so instead of being blue, he's red. Alrighty, so just like they had the submarine, you know, be blue with the other version, you would think that they made a Christmas version of the submarine. So what did they do with the submarine variant? Easter. This one's Christmas. This one's Easter. And this is a character that goes with this vehicle. That's kind of what I wanted to point out. Okay, so now check this out. Okay, this is a vehicle called the Buzzwing. Alrighty, now I don't have the actual figure that goes with them, or goes with it. But anyways, I have a variant. Okay, and here it is. And this one's Easter. But they didn't make an Easter version of his vehicle. I thought I could show him. That's kind of what he looks like. And I don't even think he's like a rabbit or anything. In fact, his name is Thrillipede, so he's more like a millipede, I guess. But he just has these two things up here that make him look like a bunny, but he's more like an insect. So I don't know why they chose him to make the Easter version. But I gotta have all of them. Every version, every color, da-da-da-da-da. Alrighty. So I hope you liked the video. Please comment, hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.